Hey YouTube, what's up? Blue Witch here. So, I watched a video yesterday. It was about it's titled Beware the Triple Goddess. Someone sent it to me to review because obviously I work with Hecate. She's my goddess. Anyways, so this video it had a lot of parts. Some parts of it were very true. You can't and you shouldn't mess around with her if you have no intention on following things through. She's very powerful. She is, to me, she's just the most amazing goddess ever to me. Anyway, so this guy said, I just want to touch some of the parts. Okay, he said a lot of parts that were true, like you be able to enchant a man to make him love you, blah blah blah. A lot of the things that he said that were about witchcraft is true. That's called being a witch. Go astro traveling and going in and into people's dreams. That's witchcraft. Witches can do that. Not just people who work with Hecate. All witches can do that if they want to, if they practice that. Anyway, so those things that he said are true. The things that he said that the witches do when they work with Hecate, that's true. We do that. Because we're witches. That's witchcraft. Then he also said that he does moon magic. And I found that to be kind of hypocritical, that you practice moon magic, but you critique the moon goddess. Okay? Anyway, so I wanted to go over a couple things here that he said that was pretty fucked up. He said that when you're in the maiden aspect of Hecate, that you can call forth beauty and make a man fall in love with you. You can. It's true. It's awesome. Then he said that when you're in the mother, because it's the maiden, the mother, and the crone, right? So he said when you're in the mother aspect, that you give birth to a domin child. So you're saying that if you work with Hecate and have a baby, that your baby is going to be evil and a demon. Well, I'm sorry, but that's just ignorance. And then he says that when you're in the crone aspect, that you lose all your beauty and that you lose your power and your magical abilities and what else did he say? Yeah, that you lose everything and you're just a dried up old hag. Stupid. And then he said that yeah, oh, and he said that when you're in the crone aspect that you turn into a succubus. Come on now. Really? A succubus? No. Not true. So, I just want to say one thing. Hecate doesn't take your soul. Your soul is not yours. It goes to source when you die. Your baby is not going to be a demon because you work with Hecate. That's ridiculous. And now I want to just, when you become a crone, when you're a crone, it's usually it means like you're in your high priestess stage and you're wise. It just means you're a very wise witch and that you've pretty much unlocked most of the secrets. And that, you're a badass. It doesn't mean you're ugly. Come on now, that's just ignorance. So I wanted to read to you some of the things that I experienced when I first started working with Hecate. I know this is kind of like going to be kind of long a little bit, but I'm going to try to not make it that way. But I want to show you that there is a good side to Hecate and that it's not scary and evil like certain people try to make it seem, okay? This was written a few years ago, but it says, I've had many Hecate signs, birds showing up in my bedroom. First thing in the morning, this has happened twice. It's happened more since then, but she'll do that. She'll just pop them in my bedroom, and I'll wake up and there'll be birds flying around in my room, and I'm just like, okay, hi Hecate. One time I went out tanning at night, and when I came home, there was an owl sitting on my front porch. Beautiful. Loved it. These are not evil things. I'm sorry. But if you think a bird showing up inside your house is evil, then you're stupid. Or if you think that seeing an owl on your porch is evil, you're stupid. You're ignorant. Do some better research. Do a better job, okay? That's all I'm saying. You're entitled to your opinion, and I think that everybody has an opinion, and everyone's entitled to their opinion and can say whatever they want on their own channel, and that's fine. But if you don't know and you haven't walked that path, then you should probably not talk about gods and goddesses unless you know what you're talking about, because they might not be very happy about that. Just saying. I wouldn't want to piss her off. Anyways, then she showed me, this was when I was first going through my awakening, and a bunch of bad things were happening to me, and I was scared, and I couldn't sleep at night. I was being jumped by spirits. I had all kinds of bad things happening to me, and she stepped in and put a stop to it. And she made them stop harassing me, and she made everything that bad that was happening to me stop. She put a stop to it. I used to be a Christian. I called on Jesus to help me, and he didn't help me. He did nothing for me. And then Hecate started showing me things and changing it into a good thing from a bad thing. And she taught me how to see my aura. Just all of a sudden one day I was glowing, and it was the most beautiful thing I ever seen. And she just started showing me that there's a beauty to it, that it's not all dark and scary and evil, that there is a beauty to it. She showed me a baby ghost. I was taking a selfie, and in the selfie, I was holding the camera like this, and then in my arm right there was a baby ghost. Look on my slideshow on my channel, you'll see it. Let's see what else. Everything came to me naturally because I'm a witch. She showed me all my chakra colors. That's on my page also if you want to see it. Every day, anytime I take my picture, she lets me see all my energies. She lets me know that she's with me all the time. I did my first Hecate ceremony. That's what this page is about. I don't know if I want to share this. Can I share it? It's not like the ceremony that the guy talks about. Mine is personal, and mine is pure love and beautiful, and it's very personal to me. So I don't think that I feel the need to do that, to share that. And there's nothing bad about it. It was just straight up pure love and beauty and awesomeness. Anyways, she's always I do channel her sometimes when I'm doing spells, because I'm a witch again. So I do spells, and when I do them, and a lot of times I won't look it up in a book. I don't. I'm not very good at that. I don't really like to do that, and so I'll just say, Hecate, I got to do this spell. What should I use? And then she opens up your creativity. She opens up your mind's eye so that you can use your abilities to communicate with her. And then she's like, "Oh, you should use this, this, and this. This is awesome. Use this, da da da." And then I just do it, and I'm just like pulling it out and putting it together. And I want you to know that I help a lot of people with my magic. Magic is not all about evil. It's not. And for somebody who doesn't, well, he even states that he does magic, so I don't get it. But anyways, I do some bad spells sometimes if I feel like it. If I feel like it's justifiable and somebody needs it, I'll do it. Especially if it's like to help a child, or somebody was raped or something like that and they're not getting the justice that they deserve. You bet your sweet ass I'll do the spell. They'll get their justice, I promise. Anyways, she taught me how to, I did a ceremony where I released the earth's energy into myself and into a crystal, and it was very beautiful and magical. She shows me magical auras and rings around my spells, my magic, like dome lights and stuff when I do magic sometimes. She shows me that magic is beautiful, and if she calls upon you, I encourage you to go forth with her. But if she doesn't call upon you, she's not going to work with you. She's not like that. She chooses you. I didn't even know who she was when she chose me. I didn't know anything. And she just opened me up and poured knowledge into me, and I just can't tell you how amazing she is and beautiful. And yes, her motherly aspects are amazing, and they're not demonic at all. And I'm also a medium, and so I do work with spirits a lot. And I will tell you, I'll share this with you because it was just amazing. But there was a young girl. She was 14 years old here in my town, and she committed suicide. She hung herself, and it was very sad. And I was so pissed off because she did it because of bullies at school. And I just felt like, oh, if only I could have helped her before she did that. I could have made them stop. I could have helped her. But instead she killed herself. And then she was stuck in that death state. And it broke my heart. And so I went to her in her death state. And I called upon Hecate to help her pull her out of that death state and to free her into the next dimension so that she didn't have to keep reliving that death over and over and over and over. And Hecate did that for her because I asked her to. And so people who say that she is bad and that she is not good and that she's going to do all these horrible things, you don't know her. You don't know her. You don't work with her. So shut the fuck up. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? And I know that it's your channel and that you're entitled to your opinion, and I respect that. I do. But at the same time, I'm going to say, just because you read it somewhere doesn't mean it's true. So if you haven't walked the path, if you're just simply going by what you read in some Christian's book or some, not even, we don't even have to bring Christians into it. If you're just going to go by what you read in some book or some paper or somebody else's opinion, blah, blah, blah. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. And if you didn't walk the path, you don't have the relationship, I don't care what you say. You don't know what you're talking about. And I feel very strongly about that. So, peace out.